Alright, this is take 2 of my Terminator Genisys review. And, as always, when it comes to movie reviews, there will be spoilers, so just skip really much if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't watch this. But, what I thought of it, I gotta say, I enjoyed it. Because personally, I was going into this with low expectations. I wasn't expecting it to be great, and it served its purpose. It's a summer blockbuster. It's not one of those movies that it's supposed to be a masterpiece. Of course, it's not going to be as good as 1 or 2. But I thought it made 3 and 4. 3 and 4 was bad, and then you look at this one, at least it was a throwback. It was fun seeing Arnold, come back and serve his purpose. And I thought the new cast was pretty good. So the story pretty much is it starts off in the war, in the future, and it starts off the premise, John Connor sends Kyle Reese to save his mother, and then the Skynet sends one of their Terminators, which is the original Terminator from the first movie. It starts off kind of like in the first movie. It starts off in 1984, but things are different because before Kyle was transported, he saw John Connor get attacked by a Terminator, which is the T-3000, which is like matter, and it can it's a more advanced version, I would call it, of the T-1000. And when that happened, it kind of changed some things. Sarah Connor was saved, which is current Arnold. She was saved by him, and pretty much he stood by her side and protected her. And they took out evil Arnold because they needed a chip in his head to activate. They made a time machine to go into 1997 and prevent Judgment Day. But things are different, so now that is moved to 2017. When they go there, John Connor is now a Terminator, and pretty much it's explained that they use human hosts, which I kind of like. At least they explained it, because I'm still not that big of a fan of the whole John Connor being a Terminator, but at least they explained it more. Okay, just need to check the camera. But, at least they explain it, and I thought they explained it okay, as long as I understood. So John Connor now works with Cyberdyne to birth of Skynet, which now Genisys, which is this thing that's going to pretty much take over technology. And they pretty much, their mission, they just want to stop it from happening. I thought Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor, they had pretty good chemistry. I thought their chemistry was pretty good, and I think one of the good things about if you're doing a love interest type angle, they have to have chemistry. Because to me, it just doesn't work if they have no chemistry. And I thought they actually had pretty good chemistry. I thought they worked well together. Seeing Arnold, was fun. It was just a fun throwback. The fucking conclusion was awesome. And there was an after credit scene, which I will say here. Genisys, though they blew up the building, didn't die. Apparently, the Skynet, part of it survived, so it looks like they're gonna continue on. It looks like they're gonna do this new franchise. Maybe just do 2 more movies. I'm cool with that, because I think Arnold's getting up there, but I thought he did well. He took some pretty good bumps. He jumped off a helicopter. He took some bumps. And pretty much Sarah Connor, Kyle Reese, and Arnold, or Pops, that's what they called him in the movie. And then maybe John Connor, of course, the only really important 4 characters. There were background characters, there was this one guy who was a cop who was trying to arrest Kyle earlier in the movie, but he saw that the T-1000, which made an appearance in this movie, attacked them, he was a cop, and he saw his partner get killed, so he saw Kyle Reese and Arnold and stuff like that, so he pretty much helps them out. They get arrested, but he helps them escape and stuff like that. And I thought the guy who played him was pretty much, you may know him, he's J. Jonah Jameson from the Spider-Man films, like the original 3 Spider-Man films. And pretty much, yeah. Besides him, really, you do see Miles Dyson's son in it, but he didn't really do much. You only saw him in a couple scenes. Pretty much, it's all Sarah Connor. Yeah, it's all them. Really much. Really, there's no other characters. Just kind of, I thought it needed a little bit more action, but I thought it was well paced. It wasn't too long. It was only like 2 hours. And it was cool hearing the old school theme again when the movie went off. I wasn't expecting it to be an after credit scene. And Arnold also gets upgraded because they had the alloy that made the T-1000, which is revealed that the alloy can reactivate Terminators, because when they took out Arnold, the evil one, they went to this secret hideout and they loaded out his body, but the T-1000 followed him there, and he dropped a little bit of his alloy into it, and it reactivated him. So when Arnold blew up, because he had to hold the T-3000 from escaping, so they were in the time machine and it fucks up their metal, so they blow up. But Arnold lands in the alloy, and he gets reactivated. Now he has the T-1000 power, which is kind of cool. So that is something I would love to see, seeing him with the T-1000 powers. And I thought it was pretty cool seeing that, the ending, and then him and Sarah's relationship, which was really done well too. You can tell that they actually not loved each other, but like it was like a father-daughter type thing right there. And I thought Sarah Connor did really well. I thought, because I wasn't expecting a lot, because I kind of had low expectations, because my issue was she seemed a little too baby-faced for me, and I think that was my biggest problem with it. It was she just seemed a little too baby-faced. But I thought, you know what, she did really good, and that's the same thing with Kyle Reese. I thought he did good. He had good character progression, because he didn't like Arnold at first. They went at it because he pretty much didn't trust Arnold at first, because you're the Terminator, but then he realized, you know what, he protected us. And you do see in 2017 a young Kyle Reese, so I don't know if John Connor is done, maybe they're going to change it, and I think that's kind of what, and in a way too, it's kind of like they mixed all the movies together. But CGI was pretty good. But overall, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd rate it like a 7. I enjoyed it, I personal enjoyment. I thought it was a fun little throwback. It's the first Terminator movie I've ever seen in theaters. Maybe I saw 3, I don't remember if I saw 3, but it was a fun ride. And I think I would recommend it, if you're a Terminator fan and you enjoy the franchise, I would definitely say go see it. It's a good see. But if you're gonna go into it, go with it with an open mind. Don't expect it to be like a masterpiece. I just switched my brain off and had a fun ride. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for my Raw review. And then other than that, guys, I'm signing off. Peace.